Pew, 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 pew. Stay on target, stay on target.
Hey, Tez, get your ass off that bloody Spectrum, would you?
Hold on, Trevor. Come on, Tez. Me and Trev have been waiting ages for you to conclude this series. 1 second, Buzzer. I've just got to blow up this Death Star. Oh, bloody hell, Tez.
Yeah, hurry up, mate. I'm getting well bored. These graphics are shite.
Well, hello there, and welcome again to Roland's Reviews.
Right then, let's crack the lid and find out what is my top 10 mini-rigs.
Number 10.
Well, for one, there's only 9 official mini-rigs. So for number 10, I've gone for the Imperial Troop Transport. I know what you're thinking, Luke. It's not an official mini-rig, but I need 10 for a top 10 countdown. So it's just making up the numbers. But it is the precursor to all the mini-rigs out there. So there it is.
Number 9.
The PDT-8, or the Personal Deployment Transport. Now this thing ain't gonna win any beauty contests, as it's a bit of a space pig. Action feature wise, it's pretty limited, and to be honest, if you unwrapped this on your birthday, you'd probably be a bit disappointed. But it does kinda serve its purpose, taxiing your Star Wars figures from A to B.
Number 8.
The MLC-3, the Mobile Laser Cannon. I'll give this mini-rig its credit, as we didn't get many tanks in the Star Wars Vintage Collection. It has got clicking guns, and you can put a figure inside it. It kind of looks like a intergalactic washing machine, and that's about it.
Number 7.
Next, it's the AST-5, the Armoured Sentinel Transport. I suppose it dared to be different, and if you like brown, this is right up your street. Action feature-wise, this had 2 alternate modes. Kind of a Star Wars Transformer maybe. Certain figures were quite hard to insert, so that's why it's quite low down on this list.
Number 6.
The Endor Forest Ranger, or the Endor Forest Ranger. This green chunky monkey is one of the most heaviest mini-rigs out of the collection. It needs its weight to operate its gyroscopic cockpit, which is very similar to what we had on the B-Wing. Its hatched closable cockpit can house your Endor Forest Rebel Commando, a great looking mini-rig for your Jedi collection. Out of all the mini-rigs, this one's renowned for losing its side blasters and front blaster. So keep those Ewoks away from this one, because they might use it for spare parts. Still a fantastic mini-rig though.
Number 5.
The MTV-7, otherwise known as the Multi-Terrain Vehicle. With its large chunky black wheels, this is definitely the Bigfoot of Star Wars. It's just a shame that the wheels didn't lock in both positions. But give its credit, it does look very impressive next to your AT-AT at the Battle of Hoth.
Number 4.
The ISP-6, or the Imperial Shuttle Pod. With its adjustable flappy wings, I very much enjoyed taxiing around the Emperor or Darth Vader as a child. It's Palpatine's second favourite form of transport. And it was a nice alternative if you couldn't afford the Big Daddy himself.
Number 3.
The Desert Sail Skiff. This one dared to be different, and it's a very nice vehicle too, with its adjustable wing rudders and rotational cockpit. It even shaded your figures from those twin Tatooine suns, and playability wise, if you couldn't afford the Tatooine Skiff, this was a cheaper alternative, and Luke Skywalker still got his comeuppance.
Number 2.
Next up is the INT4, otherwise known as the Interceptor. Now, I've had this one since I was a child. I've always appreciated the look of it with its red singular eye, and of course it has that smooth action when the wings are deployed. And owning an AT-AT as a child, this was the perfect place to stow away your interceptor.
Number 1.
So, what's my number 1? Well, it's the Cap 2, or the Captivator 2. I mean, who doesn't like this insectoid looking mini-rig? It stood out from the rest as it was the only mini-rig to have 4 points of articulation. And Bosk, being the second most meanest bounty hunter, made this mini-rig even more fearsome when he was at the controls. I just loved those insect-like mandibles. They're always ready to catch their bounty. And of course, it doesn't look out of place when assisting the galaxy's most fearsome bounty hunter. Also, as a child, this was the only mini-rig where you could kind of tongue your way into the action, because this thing can stick absolutely anywhere. Come on, Hasbro, let's have a reimagining of this vehicle. That would be ace. Well, there you go. That's my top 10 favourite mini-rigs. I've really enjoyed reviewing and revisiting each and every one. Every rig has its unique action feature, and what better way as a child to spend your pocket money on something which captured the imagination. And do you agree with my top 10 countdown? And what was your favourite mini-rig as a child? Well, it's time I blew up the second Death Star.
It is. That's that joystick. I want to go.
No, I want to go, Trevor.
No, it's my go. I want to play.
Now, give it here, give it here. Lads, calm down. You'll each get a go. No, I want to go, Trevor.